Hey everybody, welcome to Madness of the Land. Are you ready to play some D&D? Because I'm ready to play some D&D. How's everybody doing today?
I'm curious as to how you count down from 5 and still can't start when you're the one counting down at the right time.
He purposely delays, because we always throw something out, so he purposely adds the extra second.
Well, it's like I count down,
so it doesn't matter.
I count down, and then I start hitting the buttons.
2, 1.
And then I hit the buttons after I go after 1. So I don't time it with the 1 to hit the buttons. I time it 1, then I start hitting the buttons. And that can be like...
And there's a delay.
Yeah, there's a little delay.
I'm never playing Portal with you.
Just throw him off the edge.
It's like, it'll be fine. You'll be fine. Anyway, joining me are some of the usual crew. We have Joe as Chance. Mads as Signe.
Hey!
A funny one as Zach, or Zachariah, whichever you want to use. And Tiv as Ulfgar.
Oof.
Ulfgar. I said Ulfgar.
I said Ulfgar.
Oof.
Yeah, it sounded like oof.
Okay, I was pronouncing it with an L.
It's not my fault.
I was pronouncing it with an L.
Let's account for accents, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon we should. We really should.
Ulfgar.
Indubitably.
That's got an L sound in there.
You have to get punched in the stomach. You have to get punched in the stomach when you're saying it. You're like,
Ulfgar.
How about everyone just fucks off and we continue?
Alright, Ulfric.
The Stormcloaks will rise.
Skyrim is for the Nords! Are you happy, Mads?
Considering I was playing Skyrim before this, yes.
And today we have a special guest with us, Rachel as Grits, returning to the group.
Yep.
So when we last left off, you had all finished up your meeting with the Duke, and you were leaving to hopefully meet up with Wilhelm Bartleby and inform him that you'll be helping out the dwarfs before assisting him.
Yeah, but before we did that, Zach would look at Chance and Ulfgar, and
Ulfgar. I said it, Ulfgar.
Okay, I'm sorry, Ulfgar. I'll say, maybe we should check on Signe. I don't like leaving her over there by herself. You guys mind before we go and deal with more politics?
For all that it's worth, we can.
Alright.
Sure.
So we'll head that way. When we get to the church, Zach's gonna go, Chance, do you mind going?
When you are getting to the church, you will see a man struggling with a tiny dragon. It's like, oh, God! Ah! Look, I'm taking you there! I just have to stop by the shop! Ah! No! Ah! God damn it!
This is, what's his name? Master,
No, it's the brother. It's the brother and Fafnir. Ah, God! Ah! Oh, you!
Okay.
Gentlemen!
Do we recognize this kid at all? Does he look anything like Signe?
Well, this guy is the brother of the, the brother of the church.
Oh, I thought you meant the brother.
No, you don't know about that brother. So I would have said
that's why I asked if we recognize, if it looks anything.
No,
okay.
it's like...
In Draconian. Fafnir, what's going on?
Oh, found you! Going see, Fancy Man.
Which fancy man?
Oh, God. Yeah. This little snappy thing, if I'm supposed to take it and hopefully drop it off where its master lives. But I've got some business to stop by. I was going to do it later. Ugh.
Fafnir's gonna fly over to Ulfgar.
Oh, God.
I can
Your
take
problem. Your problem.
Fafnir.
Just word of advice, that little dragon thing is pretty intelligent. You should show it some respect.
I would show it some respect if it didn't try to bite me constantly.
Fafnir chuckles.
Hey.
Be gone. And then, just shoot. Let's go check on Signe, and then we'll see. This thing wanted to.
I'll deal with it. You guys can see Signe.
Okay. All right.
I don't want you all to get bit for delaying him further.
I mean, okay. I figured he would want to be with Signe, tends not to leave her.
Finding you!
He's quite insistent.
Okay. No one else can understand him, so
No.
okay. All right.
Go
ahead.
Snarl.
Show me where to go.
Fancy man. Bartleby.
Okay.
Take Signe.
Oh,
Might help.
take friends. Apparently, we're supposed to take Signe to where Fafnir wants to go. So I am coming with you after all.
Okay.
Okay.
So where are we going? Where does Fafnir want us to go?
Fancy man Bartleby.
All right. Seems like this guy has hands and everything. All right.
All right, you can head into the church. The father is still in the main hall.
Zach won't enter, just FYI. Zach will go, Chance, do you mind getting Signe? I'll wait out front. Thanks. And I'll just pace away, not even waiting for a reply. I'll just pace away like 10 feet and just kind of get in my military pose and stare off in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Are you allergic?
He's not gonna reply. He faces away from you. Like you spent time with him.
Yeah,
right? You could probably see the
that
blushing.
was more of a. And then he goes, I told you it's easier to pay for it. And then he walks in.
I believe the infestation is called cooties. And I walk in.
I guess just like stoic. Just.
Chance is so tempted to find her and just be like, I have a message.
So you're going in and retrieving Signe. The father is in the main hall area. He is still just basically tending to some various maintenance around the room. Not doing a lot of work right now, as there doesn't seem a particularly large crowd in there. A few people, offering some prayers to various shrines around the building.
Do we happen to see Miss Thatch on the way?
You do not.
Okay. Had to check.
Excuse us, Father. We come to grab Signe for something.
Oh, sure. Is everything all right?
Her friend here, I'll point to Fafnir, is very insistent that she come with us.
If it'll help her, do you want me to see about sending someone along?
I don't think that'll be necessary.
Because Sister Thatch should be here soon.
She hasn't arrived yet.
Oh no, she was going to be arriving shortly. I expected her in a few minutes.
Let's walk these halls, really admire what they've done with the place.
I hate you, Tantus.
Zachariah! What are you doing here?
Lady Thatch. Oh, did you get my message?
Yes, I've gotten your messages.
Yes, I was wondering if there's a time we could meet, privately.
Privately? Really?
I mean, maybe dinner and some wine.
Oh, yes. Where?
Oh, my...
She's just gonna like crack her knuckles and give you this look and be like, perhaps we should eat out somewhere a little less formal for once. I'll choose a place. you'll come along.
If that's what you wish.
Yes. She's gonna kind of come up and like like kind of put her arm on your shoulder and like put her other arm and kind of pat it a little bit, like like kind of brush off.
When she does that, he's very standoffish. He'll like stand to his full height, so she can't like. Just so you would know, me and my group will be sent on another mission by the Duke. It would be behoove of you to pick a place rather urgently, maybe for tonight.
That would be lovely.
Thank you.
Meet me by the fountain tonight. We'll take care of it.
Yeah, yes, my lady. And he gives her a small bow.
You'll notice that kind of like she will pull out a little notebook after she's leaving you and like make a little note of something, and then close it up and put it away, and head inside.
He stands in the same spot, but this time like shuffling his feet.
We'll eventually come out.
Yes, you'll eventually come out with Signe.
Yeah.
You will, as far as you know, you will see Sister Thatch there. She's a very young, beautifully blonde lady. She's actually is quite tall, so she actually is a not quite a match for Zach's height, but she's on the tall side, so she definitely stands up to him quite well.
Oh, we've seen her before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I assume you know where Bartleby is, Zach.
Yes. When I was captain of the guard, we were given very strict orders to watch the perimeter but never go near. So I've never been in it, in his area.
That was more of a leading question as to you can start leading us. Where is this?
Understood, Master Dwarf.
I smell weak.
Zach will take Sydney's arm, like he's like guiding her again, and like he did the whole way back for 2 weeks.
Is that quite proper in town?
To take care of a friend? Yes.
Will everyone see it that way?
I'm sure they will. Anyone that knows me knows that I hold myself in the utmost.
You take everything too seriously.
Yeah.
After we walk away a little bit, I'm going to whisper in your ear. Not bad.
He's not going to answer that.
I know. I don't expect him to.
There'll be a small twitch. That's it.
As you head towards the western area of town, having left the church, you actually see Chance. You see a familiar-looking halfling speaking with a dwarf.
I wonder who that could be.
He, of course,
could it be
greets you. Go ahead.
Hey, Rufus. Hey, Chance. How the adventures been?
I know, but it's
yes.
They do it to me. You
I
fucking
know.
do it.
Yep.
That's why you don't change characters, guys.
I have 3 alive. You can deal with it.
Nope.
I have yet to get all 3 in the same room.
I will
Then it will
until
just
she
break
dies
the
for
world.
this very reason.
Red.
I know of Rufus, though, don't I?
You do. You know a little bit of Rufus.
I was in court when he did his debriefing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll look to Chance. Chance, are you more familiar with Sir Rufus over there?
Yes, we've known each other for quite some time.
I'm wondering what he's doing at the moment. We could use more aid, if you get my drift. Do you mind having a word with him?
I can ask. I know he retired for reasons, though.
Yes, but we're kind of in a predicament that retirement means nothing. Survival is what matters now.
Grits, you had been talking to Rufus. You had heard news that the court was going to be sending a group with you, and Rufus basically was able to say, like, hey, I could probably introduce you to one of them, Chance. And it seems like these people that are talking in amongst themselves are perhaps, at least one of them is Chance.
Do you...
We're awkwardly 5 feet away. Just talking
Chance
about
did say, "Hey, Rufus."
Yes.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Has Grits ever been in, like, the human court? Or...
Probably when
I was
the
gonna say,
early
if she's been
times of, like,
forced.
when,
Yeah.
when Nokren and stuff were there, and probably she has made reports in court when reports were needed to send to the Thane and the Duke at the times, or when the Thane was basically like, you should report this to the Duke also, kind of things like that.
Alright, then Ulfgar will break the awkwardness. Master Rufus, Lady Grits.
Enough with the formalities. I don't like them.
They're all I know.
So I guess you are the group that will be assisting us with the move?
Yes.
Chance, yeah. I mean, I'd probably be looking to Ulfgar, who was talking to me, but yes. Or
yes.
Chance.
Apparently.
Okay. I mean, we appreciate your help and assistance. I'm not sure I know any of you particularly well, but I look forward to learning more about you all.
Well, I'm sorry, my lady. I wasn't properly introduced. I like the chance. I
Again
am
with the
Baron
eye roll.
Zachariah. I am Baron Zachariah of the House Anders. It's a pleasure to meet you. And I'll give you a bow.
So, for those of you who have not seen Grits before or have only seen her from afar, for a dwarf, she's actually quite tall. I think 5'9", 4'9", sorry, 4'9". So she's, tall for a dwarf. So bow. I'm Gretchen. I go by Grits, headbanger of the Headbanger clan. By my astounding heights.
She's 3 inches taller, by the way, than Ulfgar.
Yeah, that's a lot, okay?
That's a lot for a
dwarf.
30 inches.
Yes.
When it's 30 inches, 3
I'm not-
inches is 10%.
Look,
I'm not saying it's a little bit. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, she's taller. She's
When
gotta
the,
be.
when the standard dwarven doorways are 4'7", okay, and you're 4'9",
Okay.
there's a reason we're the Headbanger clan.
And Rufus is 3'8".
Rufus is really short.
Yeah, I'm like towering over Rufus.
So, just to describe Zachariah, he is a tall, humanoid-looking male. His skin is gray and marbled, like a countertop. It's not super. It's not super punctuated, but you can kind of see it when you look at his face. He's very pale. He has blonde. It's close cropped hair. And he wears a regal outfit. He holds himself with his hands behind his back. He's 6'5", and he is a massive man by any stretch of imagination. And then across his back, he carries a very fine greatsword.
You probably would have heard of Ulfgar. He's about 4'6". He almost looks like a Dwargar, but he's not. That's just because he gets no light at all, pretty much. And he doesn't look very impressive. He looks like a scrawny old man, even in dwarf terms.
And how about Chance?
I was like, Chance?
Yeah. Bleh. Sorry, it's been a long day.
Oh, and he carries a really big book.
So Chance is 5'7". He's wiry, strong, I guess you could say. He has some strength to him, but it's very lean muscle. He's very tan, and you can see numerous scars across his face and body of what is exposed. He definitely looks like he's been in more than his fair share of fights.
And then Zach has his arm just like he's, escorting a fair lady to a ball on a young lady next to him, and he'll point to her and go, "And this is Lady Signe. I'm sorry, I don't know what her surname or house is."
I think she'd prefer just you tell her that she's Signe. You know how she doesn't like the regal stuff.
It's just titles. It's important.
Not to her.
Yeah, but she's a very tall, like 6'3" tall, humanoid-looking woman with kind of tannish skin, a lot of freckles, and long red hair.
And how are you looking, Grits, so they understand who this, other than you're a very tall dwarf?
Yeah, very tall dwarf, blonde hair, bright blue eyes, just kind of very tan skin because she's outdoors a lot. Wearing very plain kind of clothes, carrying a short sword. She does have some nice bracers of defense, specifically. But otherwise, nothing pretty much really Oh, and her really nice battle axe. That is just very pretty.
Mm-hmm. It's a very pretty battle axe.
And she almost never uses.
Mm-hmm.
Carried it around forever.
It's there for decoration.
You're a
Yeah,
dwarf.
it makes me look official.
Mm-hmm. It's it's like the dwarven battle axe that every dwarf gets. It's like, here's your official battle axe.
And I'm like, but I punch things better.
Your official battle axe. Just put it on your belt.
Whatever.
Clan Grave
have
Tinder,
to.
by the way.
What?
Clan Grave Tinder.
Rufus will excuse himself and leave.
Well, before he does, he's
Yeah.
gonna look. He's gonna take a swig. He's gonna look around and goes, "This is why I'm glad I retired. I'm tired of looking up all the time."
Yeah.
And he starts to walk away.
To be fair, it's not
Yep.
fun to look down all the time.
So
My
Grits,
Okay.
ace is like
I
almost-
could
like,
get rid of your knees. Would that help?
No, I tend to use them a lot. Lady Gretchen, I'm sorry that we would love to speak to you about the job at hand, but we have another personal matter to take care of. You see, our friend here isn't feeling very well.
That's fine. I can come along for that. Also, please, just Grits. If you insist on the lady, that's fine, but not Gretchen. There's a reason I have a nickname. It's because I hate Gretchen.
Yes, my lady.
Thank you. Every time you say Millie, it's like either a cringe or like a. Ugh.
Well,
I like her.
Who's that?
Oh,
Yeah.
He's not with us.
It's
not with us.
Oh, he's not with you? Damn it.
No, remember, I
No.
sent him home.
He could have shown up. He could have shown up. It's been a while.
well, I would
Damn it. Nah, he's back at home.
like to invite all of you for dinner over at my place if you would enjoy coming over.
Dinner sounds great. I might have other I have other. I'm sorry. I have other plans. I can't join you tonight. I apologize, my friend.
The lady.
Yes.
Breakfast then. I assume you won't be late for that.
No, you you know how early I rise. Amazing.
I'm sure
I
she's
will have
hoping
Art-
so.
I hope. I'll have Artis bake some bread, and I'll bring it along.
That
This is
works.
while we're walking to the.
Yeah, I
bake-
was like, are we
Yes.
walking? Or are you
Yeah,
guys
they're
just
walking.
weirdly-
They're having this weird conversation like as they're walking into.
Gretchen's just. You guys would notice as you're walking, Gretchen walks very fast for a dwarf. By the way.
Mhm.
By the way.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I have two people behind me who
Yes.
are just fully cloaked.
Our group is getting big, guys.
Sweet.
Percy, 4 skeletons.
Oh, for
Fafnir.
the rudeness. That one is Pinky, and that one is Blinky.
Pinky's a smart one.
Do they plan to take over the world?
No, none of them have a brain.
That's fair.
Um,
So, I'm assuming I can't see under the cloaks or anything, or can you see, or it's just, and they don't talk or anything. They just shuffle along.
Yep.
Well, does
Okay.
Pinky do anything? Because she's the bold one that was waving. And, like...
No.
No, okay.
Maybe if Ted was here.
If Ted's an inspiration. You head into the more expensive side of town, as you've been a few times. Most of you have at least been there once. Chance, you've probably been there very little. It's just not your cup of tea.
No.
Zach, you've probably been there a lot.
Never inside. Always reporting and taking.
Yeah, a few buildings you've probably been in before, just because you need to be. And the main barracks is off of this area, so
So then I would know this area. Then.
You would know this area, definitely. You head down into these this kind of small market area that seems to have kind of popped up in amongst the main square of this area. But the thing about the main square of this area is that the majority of it is surrounded by the Bartleby estate. And effectively, it's just allowed by Wilhelm Bartleby to use it, because it is sort of a public area. Sort of.
Is there any of his personal guard around?
No.
When we enter
Most of the time when you're in this area, it's just the small markets. For a while there, it was a number of noble families that had just kind of moved in with the refugees were living in that area. They were basically given stipends to stay there, much better tents. The majority of them have moved into the actual buildings now. So there are a bunch of buildings that are not just one family in this area. There are 2 or 3 noble families living together. It's kind of like how Signe moved in with Wilhelm Bartleby.
Okay. If I see anybody I know, I'll give them a courteous gesture, a nod or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then I want to put up the air that we're on a mission.
Yeah.
Especially with our expedient dwarf in front of us, running.
With my 40 feet of movement for
Yes.
a dwarf.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's
Zach's
very fast.
Actually, Zach can almost match you. But anyways.
Almost.
So Zach just wants to but he's still walking, trying to be put on a regal air.
All right, you'll be able to reach the door to the Bartleby estate, the main doors.
I'll look over to Ulfgar and go, is this what Lord Fafnir wishes to bring Signe?
This the place.
Yes. Open door. I find.
I feel like we should knock.
Open door.
He says just open it.
Oh,
You're
I feel like
listening
we
to
should
my
knock.
dragon.
I feel like we should knock.
That's what I said, but he said just open it, it'll be fine.
I'll walk up
That's
and
fast.
get ready to open the door.
No,
It says
no,
open it. Guys.
No.
How sick is your friend here? I mean, you seem to be taking your sweet time if she's not feeling well. Can I tell looking at her?
She
How?
is literally just blank staring ahead. There is no reaction to anything.
Okay.
She's
Like-
not well in the head.
Yes. Physically, she seems to be fine.
Well,
I think
fine
it's
as
a
in she'll
mental-
react to stuff, or fine as in, like,
She eats. She
eats,
does-
sleeps, goes to the restroom,
does
normal.
everything she needs to do. Restroom's an issue because proprietary. But other than that, you know what? And I'll just knock, just to avoid.
Just to avoid keep digging that hole.
You'll knock.
Yeah.
In like a minute, the door will kind of open, and a middle-aged man will be, yes, can I help you?
Fafnir
Oh.
flies over his head immediately.
Yes,
Excuse us. I'm sorry.
Yes, I can
it's-
see you've brought Lady Signe. Is everything all right with her?
Well, we would like to ask you that. The Master Dragon here told us to bring her here, as well as hello. I'm sorry. I please excuse me. I'll bow and go. Baron Zachariah of the House Anders.
Oh.
I'm here to speak with Lord Barnaby.
Yes, I can retrieve him for you. Perhaps come this way. I'll also, you can see that there are a couple of guards actually in this, like, main hall. He'll, like, mention to one of them, I'll have one of them fetch the remainder of Lady Signe's family. They will, perhaps the dragon is already doing that, but, perhaps one that would be able to speak an actual language would be good.
Oh.
Fafnir speaks.
Yes. A language that can be understood. Apologies.
I'm sure we take no offense. So if you don't mind, as I follow him in, could you please bring me up to speed on Lady Signe's family? I was hazy about the numbers and the reason she's staying in this estate.
Her party consists of, not withholding the dragon, 3.
Quick thing. As soon as he said that someone can understand, I'm shit-talking him in Draconian under my breath. That's all.
Just double checking what languages I speak. I don't remember. Not
3.
Draconian.
Any elderly?
Mm-hmm.
Chances, that was a question.
Sorry, I was, because he was doing something, I was doing something. Wait a second. Okay.
Hey, she's not gonna tell me. Zach's gonna.
You can tell that, like, whatever's going on, he is shooting daggers with a look towards Ulfgar.
Cool.
Yes. Apologies. Yes, one of them is more elderly and younger. No.
That must be her brother. I looked at Chance. That's swell. Actually, and I'll guide Signe to sit down. And when she does sit down, I'll pull out the chess set. Did she keep it in the bag of holding, or does she have it in her personal bag?
She has it in her personal bag.
Okay. I'll pull up her personal bag and I'll pull out the chess set and put it on her lap and go. If her brother's here, I'm sure she'll want him to have this. We will wait here, fine sir. Thank you.
He'll mention for one of the soldiers to go and one of the guards to go and get him, and the rest. And he will then forgiveness, but I must excuse myself. I shall go inform Master Bartleby that you are here. He's looking forward to speaking with you.
Any of his guards part of my old regiment?
No.
No.
You have not met any of these men before.
Okay.
You've heard about them. You knew that when he moved in here, Bartleby brought his own contingent of personal mercenaries.
Alright, I want to look them up and down and see if I can try to gauge their competency.
Sure. Insight bonus. Insight check, please.
So good at this, guys.
Oh man.
So good at this.
You're not sure. You take a look at them. They do look like they have decent equipment, but like just trying to size them up to see if they've got any skill or anything. They're not showing off anything that tells you whether or not they have any skill or not. They're just kind of at attention currently.
I lean over to Zach and whisper, you know, you already have a date tonight. You don't need to be staring.
He'll smirk. He'll turn his back to the guards. Just so it's like the group in front of him, and he'll smirk, and he'll just like, come on, you know where we're at. Let's show some manners.
Is there a small table with like, you know how they have the little tables with the like crystal glasses with the decanter of like some sort of really nice bourbon or something in it?
Not in this area.
Is there at least a pitcher of water?
Probably not. You're just in a main hall that you're basically been left in.
Literally just left us in a hall?
Like the main hall like the big like entrance hall. Yeah, he left you in the entrance hall and just left you with the guards.
I'm gonna just start walking around, just looking, like until somebody stops me. Not touching, but kind of like hands,
If you
on my
get
side.
close to something, you might hear that.
And keep going.
Yeah.
I'm just looking. I'm not touching, and I'm staying in view. I'm not like going in hall like rooms or anything.
Soon, 2 individuals show up, looking for Lady Signe, if she wants to describe the 2 of them.
One of them is an older elven man, particularly old. He has very long gray hair, nearly white. You can guess that he's old. He doesn't look it. Definitely, he carries 2 rapiers on his back. Looks always ready for battle. The other one is a young man around his early 20s. He has the same kind of curly red hair that Signe has, the same kind of freckles, but unlike her eyes, which are green, his are very dark. And pretty much as soon as he would see Signe sitting there, staring blankly ahead, he'd probably run over to her and just kind of like grab onto her shoulders.
Yeah.
For a second, this guy just running, Zach will step in front and then kind of realizing, oh, he looks like Signe. He'll just back off.
Yeah, he'll just yell, Signe! The man will kind of like walk down because they're coming from the 2nd floor to both of them are, and then the man will kind of just, he won't say much, but he'll kind of like accompany the younger man, sort of walking up behind him. Just kind of like, it looks like he's eyeing up the rest of you, kind of like how you were eyeing up the soldiers. He's now kind of like trying to get a judge of like, who are these people accompanying Signe?
To the Elvish man, Ulfgar will bow and say in Elvish, I'm Ulfgar Gravetinder. It is good to meet you.
He'll give a nod, and like it look like he's like more, like a little bit of reassurance as he still is kind of looking out over things, but you do notice that he's now like looking towards Signe and the young man.
Yeah, as soon as Signe sees the younger man, for the first time you see her kind of blink and kind of start moving, and she says, "There? What? How did I get here?"
A long walk.
Walk? We were so far away.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
A very long
Yes.
walk.
We brought you home.
How long has it been?
Weeks?
About a month.
Well, shit.
Nothing terrible happened, at least.
You missed a fine party with the lizard folk.
Well, she didn't miss it. She just...
Well, that's true. You were there. You were there. I'll kind of, go, and I'll gesture to Sydney's lap, where the chest set is.
Did you get into my pack?
Yes, he did.
Yes, I thought you would want to give it to your family. That's what you said.
Don't touch my things.
My apologies, my lady.
But she will get up, look a little wobbly, but she's gonna drag Baird to the side with Theron and have a short discussion with them that does not have to happen in game. Just kind of talking.
Yes.
For a little bit.
They'll probably inquire about who these people are, your friends, what was happening to you, were you okay, all the basics, going over it.
Yeah, and I'm just filling them in on everything that happened, including the fact that I apparently lost a month. That's fun.
It's about a month. It was what? Almost, yeah.
It was like 2 weeks.
No, it was 2 weeks after we went through the cave.
Oh shit, yeah, it was about a month.
Yeah.
Your brother will definitely express concern about your episode. Kind of hearkening back to what occurred when you returned from the disappearance of Nokren, and I can't remember the Elvis man's name because
Theron.
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 TH.
Theron. Theron?
Theron.
Theron. Okay. Theron will definitely express an interest for you to perhaps quit the adventuring lifestyle at this point in time. He's concerned for your safety.
Yeah, he's always concerned with my safety. But yeah, we just have a short conversation. Definitely me being like, excuse you, I'm not stopping. Can't stop me. And he knows that. As
the conversation runs down, you hear a voice kind of going, "A touching family reunion! Excellent!" As you see a younger-looking man. He looks maybe in his late 20s, maybe early 30s. He has kind of short, scruffy-looking brown hair. He's wearing a pretty fine clothes, but not incredibly expensive clothes, you would put them at. Kind of walks down the stairs. How very touching. Signe, how good it is to see you again. I'm glad that you've arrived back safely.
She bows slightly. Thank you.
Jasper has informed me that you have returned, and you have brought with you the very folks I was seeking out.
Oh, good. That was an unintended consequence, or good thing.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wilhelm Bartleby, but you can call me Wilhelm. Now you can kind of get a look at him. You notice there's something unusual about him. His eyes are red.
All red, or just like
almost like a very bright red, maybe
I think she meant more of
the
iris,
color, the iris,
Yeah.
the color
Okay.
is red. Yeah, the color is red.
yeah.
Let's
Sorry,
even
sorry.
kill him. Let's kill him, guys.
Checks out.
Yeah.
vampire.
That's it. That's all we need. Just...
Please don't kill the guy who's keeping my family safe.
Safe is a vague term.
Okay, can we maim him?
Just keep him in
Is
your
anyone
back.
ever really safe?
No.
I will murder all of you.
But will
Well,
you?
If you're
Yes.
all ready,
Will you be able to?
we can get down to the
Yes.
important business. It turns out I need all of your help to kill a dragon. And we'll go to break
What?
with that one.
I assume not Fafnir.
Not my baby boy.
But we'll go to break as he asks you to help him kill a dragon.
Is it the
That's an
swamp dragon?
There may or may not be a dragon in the swamp that needs to be eliminated.
Wasn't there a guy in town talking? Oh wait, no, that was Fafnir. They're the little dude, right?
Yeah.
Is that the same
Yeah.
dragon?
No.
Okay.
Well, there was someone talking about horrible dragons in the swamp too before. There were a lot of
okay.
rumors, and some of the previous people that aren't part of this team anymore perhaps saw some horrible draconic-looking signs in said swamp.
Red.
But
Rufus.
we'll take a quick break. If you need to go to the restroom, if you need to grab a drink, grab a snack, go ahead and do it, and we'll be back to continue the meeting with Mr. Bartleby. See you in a second, folks.